I would say we've been growing as a company, and we've been using multiple systems for trying to get us by on our internal solutions for ITSM, that type of thing. Our biggest goal was to replace our current ITSM.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at ServiceNow, and beyond that, looking at combining other systems, bringing it all into one is our big goal.
Perfect. So do you think that ServiceNow, when you actually had it implemented for you, provided that single source or that single pane of glass that got rid of those disparate systems?
We do see that coming right now. We are pretty new. We just have the one ITSM so far, but looking to the future, we do see that coming.
Okay. So you're planning on obviously having a bunch of additional applications, product SKUs, etc. I know as part of our implementation, right, one of the things that we've done, obviously, is had a phase approach to give you that crawl, walk, run approach, to give you more on the actual platform.
Yes, and our phase one was basically to replace our existing system, and we have met that 100% at least.
Perfect.
Everybody's been very happy with it so far.
Yep. So would you think that ServiceNow provided you a better solution than what you had previously, or did it just replace it?
Oh yeah, everything, the workflow within ServiceNow has overachieved what we're expecting, and we did not lose any functionality.
Perfect. So would you say essentially that you have a better unified system for user experience, et cetera, self-service portal, but also agent experience as well?
Definitely on the self-service portal, the end user side is a lot cleaner. And as far as how the process works from start to finish for the agents, it's very streamlined. As long as you read on your screen, you follow through, everything works perfect.
Yep. I'm curious to know from a ServiceNow side, specifically from an agent experience side, what you think is the most beneficial thing that you gain from the platform?
I think the open visualization of what all is out there, you get your dashboards, you can see exactly what isn't assigned, what is, and who's working on what. It's very clear picture of everything.
Yeah. How do you feel about the service operations workspace? Do your agents use the service operations workspace? Are they actively in that system or that part of the system?
Yes, we have been using that 100%. As far as that's where everybody launches, that's where we start things.
Yeah.
Unless you need to dig deeper and find some back end stuff that pretty much follows everything we need.
Yep. One of the things I think was so interesting about Service Operations Workspace, just from the UI that was present there, right? It's such an exciting platform, and the interaction that is present there, right? When they released it in San Diego, it was such a big deal for us as a partner to understand what was there and the functionality that was available. So I'm glad you're using it, glad you're excited about it, etc. So
I do see that even on the newest upgrades we've been doing, you get more enhancements every time. So I like that it continues to build and grow.
Yep.
It's been great.
Yeah, I think that's one of the beautiful things that ServiceNow does, right? It's never just stagnant. When they release something like Workspaces, it's grown and become better over time with each new release. It's excellent. So curious as to your system. So phase 2 is implementing ITOM, right? What do you think you're going to get out of ITOM?
Our biggest thing, one of our initial goals, was to follow our ITIL strategy and get our CMDB. We've never had that.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge for us, getting the ham and SAM in there and being able to build that CMDB and manage everything in one location.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the things I think is really interesting from a CMDB side, right? From a sales cycle or just in general, you probably heard this a lot when we were going through the sales cycle, that the CMDB is the foundation of pretty much everything in the system, right? Do you see at this point with it being implemented why we stated that in that pre-sales cycle?
Well, yes. Right now with our ITSM side, there's a lot of features in there that are almost there.
Yeah.
Once we get the CMDB, once we have the configurable items and that in there, it's going to build on what we've already implemented, and it's just going to make it better.
Yep. And I think that your journey, obviously starting out with ITSM first, right, and going down that path was a very smart journey. One of the things obviously you gain with the CMDB and those configuration items is being able to tie those to your incidents, root cause them with a problem and fix them with a change. Do you see how you can use that for your guys' current?
Oh, absolutely. We're already doing that with our initial phase. As far as if we have incidents come in, we create changes from them.
Yep.
To work through that workflow to resolve those.
Yeah.
So
Yep. It's honestly one of my favorite things within ServiceNow. I know I said I was partial to the workspaces, right? But the overall process with the CMDB and how that works and being able to actually tie those changes to it is very beneficial. So one of the things I think would be worth it to consider is service mapping, and the relationship mapping that's there, just to understand how those CIs actually relate to one another. Have you heard of that? Are you?
briefly, that's one of those things we're looking forward to once we
Yep.
get Tom
Yeah.
implemented.
Yep.
I would say it has changed our day to day by having a central location in order to go if they need help, if they need the knowledge, or if they need to put in an incident or a request. It's all one place.
Yep.
That's huge. And we've actually done some, bots where it'll trigger that, hey, you need to go here within our other systems.
Yep.
We're just directing everybody into ServiceNow, which is huge.
Do you think that there's value obviously gained from an employee side with the self-service portal? Have you seen deflection with your number of incidents with anything related to knowledge and how folks can actually use the knowledge base?
Oh, it's been a lot better. Before, everything was a manual process. We had people directly reaching out to our individual agents, and then we've shut that down pretty much completely with the service portal.
Yep. Yeah. Do you, obviously ServiceNow is a journey, right? There's a lot of things that exist there. So do you see expansions within the service operations workspace, within the self-service portal for those end users, et cetera, to continue to grow like virtual agent?
Yeah, our ultimate goal is we want to have them going to the employee center for everything they need. That's one thing we're looking at, is even beyond what we've already have on our roadmap, looking at other modules from the facility side of things to HR, having it all in one place.
Yeah.
But that's down the road.
Yeah. So what do you think you're going to gain from Ham and Sam, or what is your vision with the new functionality that's going to become present there once that's implemented for you?
I think the biggest part for us will be an ease of the workload on the agent side of things.
Yep.
Having things directly tied to where it's all in one thing. There's an incident on an item. You can directly interact with that configurable item and see where it's at.
Yeah.
The other thing would be, I'm looking forward to getting the life cycles in there.
Yep.
Because it's a very manual process now, and we have to go through, when do we need to replace this equipment? When should we start looking at it? And I want to get that built in there.
Yeah.
Which would be great.
Yeah, I think that's a really beneficial thing, obviously, within the Ham and Sam workspaces, right? Workspaces are a big thing within ServiceNow. With Ham and Sam, with the graphics and the visuals that can be present there with the end of life, et cetera, like you're talking about, there's a lot of value to be gained from that. Obviously, within the industry that you work in, you probably have a lot of end-user computing devices, generic devices in general, that have an end of life associated with them. So you believe that Ham would be able to help you within that space pretty easily?
Yes, I do. We are, like I said, it's all a manual process right now. Having that visual there to know what we need to budget for in the following time.
Yep.
Everybody knows right now the way the economy is, you have to really plan things out. You can't just all of a sudden have a $250,000 expense that just shows up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And that's a big deal, right? Because those expenses aren't small. They're not minute. They're pretty large when they do actually hit. So
in the preparation for building out what we want, we had a lot of discovery meetings and asking what we're looking for and examples. And the way that CRI laid it out for us was very clear. We went through examples of how to request what we wanted, and we built it out. And when we go through the sprints to build those sections, there was a very good testing phase to make sure they met what we needed before we went live. So the back end support was amazing.
Yeah. No, it's perfect to hear. And I think that's one thing that we kind of pride ourselves on, right? Is that attentiveness and making sure that we're showing someone how to use the platform instead of just kicking those keys over the fence and saying, hey, it's yours, right? That support is something that's very beneficial. So glad to hear that happened.
I would say it would be great to look at everything that is offered within ServiceNow, and then the biggest part that we talked about a lot with building was the walk before you run phase. You don't want to chew off too much. You want to start small and make sure you get that 100% built. and then you can add on. That's the best thing with ServiceNow is it's easy to add the modules. You just start adding things on as you need them.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, right? It's so easy to get so excited about the platform in general and what it can actually do for you, that to have to kind of pull those reins back a little bit and slow yourself down, I think is a struggle that a lot of people, encounter. So Terrence, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate, you being here and being able to talk to you a little bit about your journey within ServiceNow. I hope you find the additional sessions that you go to very beneficial. Looking forward to honestly talking after to see how your experience actually was.
Well, thank you very much. It's been great working with you so far, and hopefully we can learn some this week here at Knowledge and look at what we're going to build in the future.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks so much.